Hi everyone, and welcome to my final book haul of the year. And this one's gonna be a doozy. So I have a few new books, new releases, as well as some self-published novels that I purchased off of Instagram because of I really like the Kindle versions of them. And I also have this humongous historical book haul from Book Outlet because I wanted to try a bunch of authors that you guys had suggested, as well as I found some hardcovers of some of my favorite ones from this year that I wanted to buy. And then there was a ton that were just $2 or $3. And so I purchased 28 books from Book Outlet. And I think it was about, oh, it doesn't even say on here. I think it was like $80 and I had a coupon, so it was like 75 bucks and I got 28 books there. So we won't waste any time. We'll dive into this and we'll go from there. So the first ones I want to talk about is I read The Diviners last month and I really liked it. So I purchased the next two books in the series, Lair of Dreams and Before the Devil Breaks You. I'm already about a third of the way into Lair of Dreams. I'm listening to it on audio and following along in here. I'm really enjoying it. These books have a lot of characters and it takes a while to get into whatever the mystery is for that book. So it's going a little slow right now, but hopefully over Christmas I'll pick it up. Next, I ended up picking up Queen of Nothing in the Barnes & Noble version, and I already had The Cruel Prince and the Wicked King, but I had The Cruel Prince in the regular version, and I like things to match, so I bought The Cruel Prince in the Barnes & Noble version, so I have the entire trilogy in the black covers, which I just really like. I haven't read any of these yet, but I'm planning to do a vlog where I read the whole series in a weekend or something, and get my first reactions to it. I'm going to try to do more event reading vlogs in the new year. It's just something that I really have enjoyed doing before. It's just hard to find the time, but I'm going to start scheduling my weekends where I can do that. So I picked up these because I just have a feeling I'm going to like this series, and I had wanted to wait till it was finished anyway. Next, I picked up Starsight, which came out last month. This is the second book. This is the sequel to Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. I read earlier this year and I really enjoyed it. So I'm hoping to find time to get going on this one soon because I really love Spenza and the crew, and I'm excited to see what's happening next. Then I picked up The Last Ship by William Blakely. So I've watched the entire series on TNT and I really liked it. I love Eric Dane, and I think I've shared this before. I really love especially shows having to do with people in the military but not straight up at war. I know that's a specific niche. So I like romances when the hero has been in war, but I don't particularly enjoy watching war. And The Last Ship is about the USS Nathan James, which was sent on a mission to the Arctic, and they have been on radio silence for the last it's 3 or 6 months. I don't remember. And when they come back, there's 152 men and 26 women who come back and realize that the world has completely changed while they were on radio silence. And they were actually on a more desperate mission than they thought. There were some scientists that they were guarding while they were doing this, and the rest of the world has succumbed to a horrible plague. And they're the last 150 people who haven't been infected by it or aren't struggling with it, and they're the last line of defense. And I love the TV show. It's amazing, and so I want to give the book a try. It's not my normal genre, but I was let's give it a go sometime. Next, I picked up Say You Still Love Me by K.A. Tucker. This is on the Romanceopoly for next year, as well as I've been wanting to read a K.A. Tucker, and they've been sold out at my Barnes & Noble every time I went. Not that I can't find the book somewhere else, but she's not an author that I love already, so I wasn't going out of my way to find it. And now that I have this, I want to read this sometime soon too. Then I picked up another copy of Jane Eyre. This will be my 5th 4th or 5th copy of this, but I really love these Macmillan special editions. I have North and South as well as 2 of the Poldark books. So whenever I find one of my favorites in this, I pick it up because they're only like $10 and they're just so beautiful. They have gold foil pages and they have like, they're on like Bible pages, and I just think they're really cute. So I like to bring those by once in a while, or pick those up. Then I have 3, these are the 3 self-published novels I picked up. So I picked up Priest and Midnight Mass, which this is the book, and then it's kind of like novella sequel. This is about a priest named Tyler who he falls in love and is struggling with whether he should stay in the priesthood or leave to be with the woman that he loves. And I'm oversimplifying that. This is a very dark novel, if you can't tell, but it is really powerful and there's a lot of stuff going on. And then Midnight Mass is the sequel. There is the novella. There is a straight up like companion sequel about Tyler's brother, but I didn't quite like that one as much, so I picked up this one though. And then Dark Notes, which I've talked about like 50 times already, by Pam Goodwin. It's on my favorite romance of the year. I wanted to buy a copy of this because holy crap, it's great. And then one of the most recent ones I picked up is How Rory Thorne Destroyed the Universe by Kay Easton. This is actually on my TBR for January because it got pulled in my new TBR game. Keep a lookout for that video. But this is about a girl named Rory Thorne who she gets arranged in marriage to this prince on another planet. And so she goes there and she discovers things are not what they seem. And I'm super excited to give it a go. It looks awesome. Okay, so let's get into this box. I'll probably won't explain everything, but let's give it a go. Oh my gosh, there are so many. Okay, let's just get going with this. So this first one, this is called Mr. Rochester by Sarah Shoemaker. And I believe this one is, I think it's Jane Eyre from Rochester's point of view. I really didn't need much more explanation. Like it starts with him as a young man. And so it goes through his, like, how he meets Bertha and is kind of like tricked into marrying her. And then the devastation of that, and then meeting Jane, and just, I really would love to see someone take on his thought process of why he chooses to do some of the things he does. So I'm super psyched to give this one a go. These like won't be in order in here, so we might get to like different authors at different times, so don't mind that. Next, I'm so excited to start this one. This is Wicked and the Wallflower by Sarah MacLean, and this is the first book in the Bare Knuckle Bastard series. Look at how pretty pink it is. So I've recently just started listening to the Fated Mates podcast, which is Sarah MacLean, and then I think her name is Jenn Coplock or something like that, who she is a like romance reviewer and like critiquer like professionally. And I just really love listening to Sarah and her talk, and I'm really excited to try one of Sarah's books. Again, like all of these were between $2 and $5. Like I didn't pay more than $5 for those. And getting romance in hardcover, I never buy them in hardcover unless I get them from Book Outlet. So, and next we have a bunch of, oh, here's another one. Here's another one of hers, The Day of the Duchess, Scandals and Scoundrels. And then I have 2 by Lorraine Heath, and I tried to get, because that was the thing too, it's hard to see which was in which season, but I got When a Duke Loves a Woman and Beyond Scandal and Desire. These are both in the A Sin for All seasons. One of the things I did too is I went through my historical romance recommendations, because I always ask you guys for recommendations too, and I tried to pick up some authors that you guys had mentioned as well. These were the ones I was most excited about. Oh my gosh. I was able to find 3 more of the Elisa Kleypas books. So I just read this series. This is the Ravenels. And I have Marrying Winterborn already in hardcover. So I only need Cold Hearted Rake, and I'll have the whole series in hardcover. And I am just so happy about that, guys. I love this series. I love these characters. And the fact that I got these all in hardcover just makes me so happy I could shit a brick. All right, let's see what else we got. Some of these, I know nothing about them. I just was like, are they, I tried to get first in series if I didn't already know them. So this is The Elusive Bride by Stephanie Lawrence. I got A Most Unlikely Duke by Sophie Barnes. No Mistress of Mine, Laura Lee Gerkel. I think I have one other of hers on my shelf. This is so fun. There's so many of these. I got While the Duke Was Sleeping by Sophie Jordan. His Scandalous Kiss by Sophie Barnes. The Truth About Love and Dukes, another Laura Lee Gerkel. This is so fun. Bliss by Lindsay Sands. From Duke Till Dawn by Eva Lee. If Ever I Should Love You, Kathy Maxwell. Oh my gosh, there's so many of them. My Once and Future Duke by Carolyn Linden. Scandalous by Jenna Peterson. One-Eyed Dukes Are Wild by Megan Frampton. If Only I Had a Duke by Lenora Bell. The Viscount Who Lived Down the Lane by Elizabeth Boyle. It Started with a Scandal by Julianne Long. Almost there. Loving Rose by Stephanie Lawrence. Yep. The Virgin and the Viscount. The Bachelor Lords of London by Cheris Michaels. And My Fair Duchess by Megan Frampton. And then there was two other books that are not historical romance, but I've been looking for them for a long time. So the first one I found, and this, guys, I have been waiting to find it on sale because it is not on sale on Amazon. Even on Kindle, it was like a full price book because this wasn't like a Kindle Unlimited. And I got On the Island by Tracy Garvis Graves, and I'm really excited about this one. I've heard Jess from Peace Love Books talk about this so much because this is about Anna, who she's a tutor to this 16-year-old TJ, and so she's going on vacation with the family, and there's a plane crash and only her and TJ survive. So it's an age gap romance, but I've been told that like they're there for a very long time, so nothing is like happening when it's still taboo. It's literally like last man, last woman type of thing. And eventually he's like old enough or whatever. But granted, like, what would you do if you're trapped on an island? So I've been wanting to read this for probably a year, and it was on Book Outlet, and I just love Book Outlet. And then the other one, which I've heard such cute stuff about, so we'll see, is called Finding Frasier by Casey Dyer. And I mean, I'm sure you can guess why this would interest me. And also, like, Diana says, like, this is what she says about it. Jamie Fraser would be deeply gratified at having inspired such a charmingly funny, poignant story. And so am I. It is Diana approved, like, fan fiction about this. So this girl, I think she, like, goes on the tour that we all want to go on if you love Outlander. And she's looking for, like a Frasier, and so she ends up finding her own Jamie Fraser, which is amazing. I love it. But it says, and in searching for her own Jamie Fraser, she just might find herself, which is amazing. Okay, so that's everything. This is my last book haul of the year. This is gonna take so long to enter these all into my book calculator. I'm like sad for myself right now, but also not, because I have 28 new historical romances to add to my stack, and I'm so happy about that. So thank you so much for watching. I put up new videos every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday, and you can watch some more of them right now. Bye.